Hello and welcome along. Today we are on the west coast. We're going to be harvesting some sunflowers, which is why we have the corn header on the front here. And they are in field 10 here. So I'm going to unfold my harvester. And then unfold the cutter. And hopefully we can turn into this field fairly quickly. There we go. Harvester is all out. Let's start her up and see if we can turn into this field. So we may have to turn around a little bit here. Yeah. We're getting stuck on the gate a little bit. It's an interesting entrance to the field, this. It's not overly easy to get into. So I think we may end up cutting into the field like this a few times. Just until we can position ourselves far enough around. There we go. Right, so yeah, we are going to cut this whole field. We should be able to do this in time today. So we will see how we go. But I think it should be doable. There we are. Wait, we're still in reverse. And down with the header. There we go. Yeah. So I thought I'd start off in first person this time. Something a little bit different, and just to get us going. It's a lot of sunflowers in this field. This should be quite a good crop. It's what we are looking at. Well, it has been fully fertilized and it was ploughed before as well. So it should have enough coverage for us to make quite a bit of money, and we want to make a load of money off this because we need to invest in our sheep. I do want to invest in the cows, but ideally I want to build up the sheep first because I think we only have like 8 sheep at the moment. So we need to get some money in and invest in some more sheep. Once we've done that, we should get more. We should get more wool coming in. And once we've got more wool coming, of course, that will make us more money, and therefore we can spend that on getting cows. So it's all a case of building up at the moment and trying to get ourselves further along. And yeah, and basically seeing how we go with that. There's an interesting bit up here where we have to cut into the corn a little bit because we do have a group of sunflowers around there, I think. Around this top bit. I find the edge of this header very difficult to judge. And you'll see a few times, I think, you'll probably see me in first person here, missing a few sunflowers from time to time. Because, yeah, I find the edge really difficult to get. I'm having to judge it by seeing sunflowers go into it. But it's not an easy one by any stretch. Right, we need to cut into this bit of it because for some reason we ended up planting into here a little bit. That should be alright. There we go. I don't want to go too far in because we do have crop destruction on. I'm going to have to pop out here to make sure that I don't try and avoid running into the corn. I think we'll have to go around the corner. Our header, of course, being a bullet bill map, won't go through the hedge, whereas everything else will. Now we are destroying a little bit there. There we go. That should get us far enough around to do this. There we go. Header down. And away we go. Go back in there now that we've got that fiddly bit done. Yeah, that's a difficult bit to get around that. I'm glad we're around it. I'm tempted to use GPS on here, but to be perfectly honest, if we line this up properly, we should be absolutely fine. The rows of well, it's a bit like cutting sunflowers. The rows should be nicely in line, so it should cause us the minimum amount of hassle doing this. And we should be able to keep on track rather nicely. Yeah, that's going well. That's cutting well. We are at 41%. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go and get the tractor. We'll set this so that it's going around the field. And then we'll have to go and get the tractor, I think, when it does its next turn. Or when it does the turn coming back. There we go. What I really want to get it to do is in the... I want it to get to unload while it's travelling. Now we may have to do that. Yeah, because we're half full now. We may have to do that by getting the tractor on follow me to empty. But that'll work. We can work with that. Follow this round. We have missed a sunflower right near the entrance there. There we go. Right, we'll get this onto its next round. I'm going to bring up the menu. Get that one. Right, we are currently set on that. That will be on that. I want to do that and that. Helper settings. We want wait during unload off. Okay, let's double check that. Good. Okay. And away they go. So that's detecting the field. And while that's heading off, we will head back over here. Right, we'll jump in the TW15 here. And that way, hopefully, we can follow the combine around, and we will unload on the far side. That is presuming our combine doesn't have any major issues. He does seem to be going quite well. Yeah, there we are. So the combine is up to 60%. I want to get it on the return leg. Presuming... let's get the right setup. There we go. We now should match the speed of the combine. He'll work his way around that corner. So yes, this should be a fairly good harvest off this, and that will lead us. Oh, we had a few out there, and it detected those and cut those instead. Never mind. And so a fairly good harvest off here should give us a decent amount of money. Hello, gold nugget. Wow, that's just on the path, and that should allow us. Well, I'm hoping to get quite a few pigs off here. It depends on how full this trailer gets, how many trailer loads we get off. With about 100% off, too. I think this holds about 2 trailer loads. So we should be alright from that point of view. Go. Right, let's see what this does here. This should spin back round. Yeah. Don't want to get in the combine's way. And then we will unload on the way back, because he should hit about 75% any moment. Even with that interesting route he's taking. There we go. 74. 75. He's not. Oh, he only. Yeah. It's alright. We're going to ride alongside the whole way along here. Ah, there we go. He's completely emptied, and that takes us 35%. That's actually really good. So we will take control again of the combine. So foot on the brake, turn that off, reverse up, and turn it back on again. There we go. That's good. I love that. That worked really well. So it got up to about 75%. So we want to unload with this combine and keep ourselves going at about 75%. That works really well. Now it's just, my next thing is working the best way to cut through this field. Now I know the direction that I planted it in. And the direction I planted it in seems to be a different direction to how the sunflowers look. So that is an interesting conundrum to be stuck with. I don't quite know how we're going to cut in. I think roughly I know, but I would like to stay on the line that I originally cut in, or I originally planted in. Which, as you can see, is about... Well, actually, it might work. That might be okay. We will have to see. We'll have to see how it runs. Might be worth getting the hired worker to do the first cut. But you can see the line that it's on, and that's about a 45-degree angle. So... that cost us £121 to get a worker to do that much of the field then. It's quite a lot for quite a short piece of work. There we go. We'll sort of clear up. So we're at 25%. Oh, missed one off. Never mind. There are certain parts of this field that are quite odd shaped. Of course, this field 10 should actually be bigger than this, and I planted the other small section of it with corn. The idea behind that is we get some corn into storage, and then if we decide to do pigs and go forward with the pigs, then we'll be able to do that as well. But the pigs I very much, I think, are going to do last. I think that will work better if we do the pigs last. Sheep first. Bring this round. Yeah, to reverse that a little bit, otherwise I'm not going to get that. There we go. And we've caught the lights as well, so I want to turn those off. Right, so we want to do something similar again. We want to get the combine running with the helper, probably down that back area again, or back line, and then go from there. We're actually looking at this. The line of, we lined up the original planting along this side, so you can see that the straightness is actually along here. But you can also see it is completely at a 45-degree angle to how the sunflowers are. So it's going to be hard to follow the line of the sunflowers. So we might have to just follow the line of the drilling, I think. See if we can line ourselves up with that. 50% full. So we should, yeah, it should hit about 75% full on the back straight. We'll probably get a trailer and a half out of this field, which is a good amount. Decent amount. That is, looking at how much we've got, so that'll be 15, maybe 25,000 litres if we're lucky off this field. Which should be about, well, it'd be about £25,000. Which doesn't seem like a huge amount. It must be more than that we'd get off here. That seems low. Maybe sunflowers are just a low yield. We are at maximum yield for these sunflowers. Right. So we shall turn this. And actually, with the weirdness of the shape of this, and the fact that the tractor has already started, and so it will take less hassle to get going. Just get this off. Yeah, you can see we're now off the headland. So only a really sort of 3 cuts needed for the edge. Gives us plenty of turnaround space. Right, so we'll put the hired worker back on the job. Jump out, and we'll just scoot round the edge of the field here. And head back over here. There we go. Get our TW... Well, it's actually TW... It comes up with TW5. But, of course, it's actually a TW15 we have. As I said many times before, big fan of Matt XJS's T-dubs. We're using variants of both of them on here. And, yeah, I just love them. They are fantastic mods. We're well out of the way of the combine here. Field 10, not the biggest field. Which is why we can do this in a pretty good time. The great thing is, we'll empty this. Wow, he's 80% full. How is he 80% full? That's impressive. Must be because we did yeah, we've basically done 2 full rounds, so right. As he's coming round, we will match up. I want to get this towards the back. Spread the load out. There we go. So we can park this up. 72%. So I'll just put this here because we don't want the combine doing another round. So foot on the brake and that. And away we go again. There we go. Happy with that. So we only really want to go as far as the gateway to complete our 4th round here. And then we will cut in. And hopefully we can line up with the direction that we planted this. As I said, it is about 45 degrees to the rows of actual sunflowers. So we're going to have to eyeball it a little bit. But that should be fine. Right, so we only want to come out to about here. Okay, and we'll just spin around and we'll grab that single sunflower on our way around. And that way that is then caught and isn't going to get lost. And then I'm going to turn down here. Line that up. And that should be about right. We stick on this course. We should do okay. I'm just trying to find that spot. Okay. So keep that tree where it is. And this should be pretty straight. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah. Keep that tree there. And then we are... we're good, because we're then setting ourselves up to work our way through. And you can see, you can sort of see the lines, but it's a little less defined than had we actually gone along the lines. And you can see actually we're slightly off course. There we go. Alright, how straight was that? Actually not too bad. I've done a lot worse. A lot worse. I'm pretty happy with that. We're at 27%. Of course, the thing is, we are now lined up with the edge. Yeah, it's not quite straight. You can see we're off track slightly, but not too bad. Considering we were eyeballing that all the way along, I'm happy with that. Yeah, as I said, I've done worse. That's the thing with the new course play. You might be able to do it at an angle on the field, but your rows, your eventual rows, still conform to how the textures are. We will. Yeah, there are more adjustments would be needed to the game to actually get them to grow in that way as well, I think. So GPS would be a great way to do that. Alright, we're 39%. Whoa. I didn't realise I had picked the header up. Oh, that destroyed some crop. That's unfortunate. Right, so we need to bring the helper up again. Because we're now wanting to go up and down. It will always be turning to the right at the moment. So that is fine. And we want to probably set it off on the other side the next time we head back, I think. And that might leave us enough time to jump into the T-dub and get this emptied. And emptying it next time should pretty much give us a full trailer. In which case, we'll go and tip that and head back while we leave the helper running this. Yeah, we're at 50% now. So we should be in about the right place. We're doing one more row and one more back. We will be in a position where we're just about ready to empty. There we go. And then we'll have one more cut in. And that should do the field. And hopefully in a decent amount of time as well, which would be fantastic. There we are. What are we up to? I can see I got sunflower. 63%. So yeah, one up, and we'll unload on the way back. We should be at about... I thought we'd hit 75% on our way back. Now, is this... This isn't going to be the full width. That's unfortunate. We'll have to come and clear this small bit at this end up later. Ooh, along with that one I've just missed. Because it does get, yeah, it gets thinner and thinner, so we'll have to come and clean this up later on. But we'll do a quick buzz around the field at the end and just do that. And there we are. It's not worked out too badly. I might just spin around and get that lone one there. Just so we keep it nice and tidy, and then we'll, and as I said, we'll set the hired worker doing the next bit while we fill up the trailer and go empty. Yeah, there we go, 75%. Can we just spin around and get that? Should be able to. Even if it's just with the outer section. Yeah, there we are. Nice, tight turning circles. Because it's at an angle, it goes quite nicely. And then we'll hire that. I'll run back over to our tractor. And we'll pick it up about halfway along. There we go. Move in a bit. And then we'll be able to go straight out. There we go. Straight out of the gateway. And get this tipped. Nice and easy. So that is 16,000 litres. I think we'll get one, maybe two more loads off there. So that would be half it. So maybe another 10. So yeah, maybe another 20,000 litres off here. Or maybe 26,000 litres in total, I should say. Not another 20,000 litres. But a high demand on those, and that would do us really well. And we could earn quite a bit of money off those sunflowers. This trailer is a perfect size for this combine. It really works well. Quite happy with this. Right, and back into the field. And we'll leave this here. And then we can run down the other end. And we can cut in from the other end now. Is the beauty. Oh. Alright. So, cut into the middle of here. And away we go. One of the things I like about this combine that doesn't seem to exist either on the standards or anything else is I can turn the whole machine on with the cutter selected. And I don't think that exists in any of the other combines in this game. A really useful feature, that. And I love that because it makes a big difference. It's a small thing, but makes a big difference. I think we've been straighter on this cut, which is fantastic. There we go. We'll zip through the rest of this. Yeah, that's a straighter cut comparison to the rest. And that is 50% full. It's good. Again, we will complete the cuts up and down, and then we'll get the hired worker going when we come back up again. And we'll hit about 75%. And the great thing about that is this time we'll be able to empty them completely. Which will work very well. I'm just thinking what we're going to be doing next time. We might sell some of this. We might... Oh, I need to have a look around. I think we might need some more, either some more silage or some more hay bales doing. So we will see that. We certainly need to attend to the sheep. I think the sheep might need cleaning out or feeding or something along those lines. So there may be something along those, that sort of thing to do. We do have a field of wheat that needs doing. Oh yeah, it might not be wheat. Actually, I think it's canola. So we've got a field of canola that needs cutting as well. And of course, that would be really useful. Again, another high price crop. Again, really useful to us. So I might get started on that and get the headlands out. And then next video, maybe do the main body of the field. Because it's quite a big field, that one. The alternative is to set up some course play on the karting for it. But we'll see how we go. Because it is a bigger field than this one. And this one is just about doable in a normal length episode. We are a little bit longer than I would normally do these days. We also need to wash this combine down. So we might need to do some farm maintenance as well. We do not want our John Deere combine flying on fire. That would not be good. So yeah, there's plenty we can be doing. I don't really want to subsoil or, well, actually be cultivating this field this time. Don't want to cultivate this field until I've done that corn harvest over there. That corn actually isn't ready to harvest at the moment, looking at it. Right, yeah, we are almost there. Wait, slow down a little bit. Hired worker away. And we'll run and grab our tractor. It's a shorter run this time, so we do need to get over there fairly quickly. I think we're maybe 2 runs from the end, and then the little bit of clearing up to do. So this should empty our combine enough to do that work. Oh, I've actually pressed on the accelerator. No, don't turn yet. Thank you. Empty here. There we go. Right, we'll get this out of the way. And then we'll get this field finished off. Turn the hired worker off. Right, there we go. Yeah, not got that many cuts left. So we'll come back. We'll probably come back and manually empty to the tractor and trailer with this. Once we've got all the various little bits from the field that we need to clean up. Of which there is not a huge amount at the moment. There we go. Just getting these last little bits. reversing out of here because I want to come and go down like that, round like that. Right, and then up here. Right, final little bit to clean up. I would be bouncing all over the field in a real combine doing this. It would not be advisable. Great way to smack your head though. There we are. Right, so turn her off, fold up our header, out with the pipe, there we go. Right, that is a pretty good place to end. So, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.